Hello, this is Dustin with Home Mender, and today we're going to be tackling a hardcore problem, subfloor repair. Scares a lot of people, and why wouldn't it? You could fall right through the floor. We're going to take this dangerous fall hazard and button it up. I'm going to show you how. Let's get to it. Now I've got a pretty gaping hole here. Exterior leak is ran down the wall and rotted out the floor. It's in a corner, so it's going to be a little tougher. First thing I need to do is find out which way my joists are running. I'm going to reach in and I can feel a joist this way. I can't feel a joist that way, which means the joists are running this way. We want to find that line so we can cut this piece of subfloor out. You want your new floor to share a joist with the old floor. Tape measure, and I'm going to stick it in the hole towards the joist to find out how far over it is. I've got 9.5 inches to the ugly part here. So I'm going to measure over 9.5, and I'm also going to go to 11 because a typical joist is 1.5 inches thick. Now I want to cut my old subfloor out to break that joist. So I'm going to measure over. Now to the joist from the wall, I've got 18 3/4 to the center. I'm also going to measure over 18 3/4 here and make a mark. Now I'm going to take a straight edge and draw that line where I'm going to cut. Looking good. Now I'm just going to go past the ugly here where the board starts feeling more sound. Put a square on my line so I can get a right angle. Carry this line over to the wall. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull off this shoe molding so we can get the floor cut. I'm also going to reach in and see if I can feel any electrical lines or plumbing lines because I'm going to be using a sawzall and a skill saw. I don't want to cut anything I'm not supposed to. Looks like we're clear. Let's cut. Now a typical subfloor is 3/4 inch thick. I'm going to set the depth on my skill saw to 3/4. Now this was a perfect cut. You can see how this is going to split this joist. Now this board is sound and our new board is going to rest right there on this side. Now I'm going to use a sawzall to clean up the edges. Alright, so I got my rotted subfloor out. I got it to where it's sound and good. And we've split it on this joist, so this joist is going to support this side of the board, which is awesome. But I still have 3 other sides that are going to need support. This one especially because it's the door, and this is where people are going to be stepping in. But I definitely want to get support to tie in my new board so it doesn't flop and it doesn't sag. The plan is to sister on with 2x6s to this backboard and build it out enough to catch the end of my new subfloor. We're also going to tie in here and then one in the front as well. Now I'm going to secure them with 3.5 inch deck screws across the back, and I'm also going to toenail them into both of the joists. Now that'll support a super fat guy. Now we're going to run a longer board alongside the wall here, and we're going to go about 1.5 feet past my opening so I can secure that to the existing floor and toenail it to the other side. Now we ran it so far so we can put a couple more screws in it. On down the line and give it some girth. Last but not least, we're going to tie in this little side. All right. all framed out, let's get the 3/4 board cut and installed. Now we install our 3/4 subfloor. And secure with deck screws. Fitting nice. Now all we gotta do is cover it up with something pretty. So that's it. Super easy. We just rocked this cut out rotten subfloor and replace, built it up, and now it's even gonna support your bigger friends. So for Home Mender Inc., this is Dustin. I hope you learned something today, and if you did, don't forget to click subscribe. Thanks for watching.